Hey guys, how is everybody doing? With Kung Fu Panda 4 releasing in theaters this weekend, I've decided to review the other three Kung Fu Panda movies throughout the rest of throughout the rest of this week. And if you saw my post on YouTube yesterday, I believe I put it out. I won't be doing my Dune ranking. I'm sorry, I put that out on my channel a few weeks ago, back in the beginning of March, not March, God, like the end of February at least, where I was saying like what my video plans were, and one of those videos was the Dune video, but my ranking, I could not get it out. Time got the best of me. Just stuff happens. Sometimes time gets in your way, but nonetheless, I found time to do this. So, Kung Fu Panda. This is a very important franchise to me. I think almost every kid that grew up in the 2000s has watched this franchise, this trilogy, if anything. Along with a lot of 2010 kids, I grew up with this franchise. This is one of those franchises that I continuously rewatch with my dad. This was one of those movies to where there's like those phases to where there's a movie that you want to watch repeatedly, how much you love it. And Kung Fu Panda 1 and 2 were one of those movies. 3 had not come out around that time. But however, 1 and 2 were always some of the most important movies to me as my childhood and me growing up. So the first and second review are going to be very important for me. 3, I don't know. I haven't seen 3 in a very long time, but I still remember liking it. But with that all out of the way, here are my thoughts on Kung Fu Panda. Starting off with my positives on Kung Fu Panda is the voice cast of this movie. The voice cast in this movie, I think almost everybody was perfectly cast. You got Lucy Liu, who was in Kill Bill, which is my favorite movie of all time, sue me. And of course, you got the great Jack Black.
Hey! Stairs.
Jack Black, he might just be my favorite actor. I absolutely adore that guy. He is one of my favorite actors, if not my favorite actor. There's nothing that guy can't do. He is a musician with Tenacious D, which is a great band, and I also love the movie that he did with that. He's also great with voice acting. He's also just a great physical actor. He's a great comedian. I love almost everything that guy's in. Anything that guy is casted in, or he announces that he's going to be in this movie, that is my main interest. Like the Minecraft movie, he is going to be part of that movie, and I'm so excited for that. That is like the main reason I'm going to be watching that. No, I'm not a huge Minecraft fan. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Stop throwing things at me, okay? And so, yeah, even if you came out and said that Jack Black was going to be in the final Avengers movie, the biggest movie of the year, which is going to be the final Avengers movie, and you said that Jack Black was going to be in it, that's going to be my main interest. Oh, I don't care. It's the final Avengers movie. It's got Jack Black in it. That's my main interest. I love Jack Black. He's a great actor. I love the guy so much, and he just is Poe. There's a lot of characters out there to where you say, oh, this guy could have played this guy, this person could have done this role, this person could have voiced this character. I think there's no other person I see voicing Poe in the Kung Fu Panda movies, because Jack Black just is Poe. He is great in this role. I just can't see anyone else doing it. With that all said, when it came to voice cast, all I said was Jack Black. But you also got Seth Rogen in here, who I'm a big fan of. I love almost everything that guy's involved with. He played Mantis. He doesn't do much in this movie. He has a very short line delivery throughout this entire movie, but I still think he does pretty good in this movie. It's pretty funny, especially when he puts like the needles in a Poe in one scene in this movie. I think that was his best scene. I think that's like the only scene to where he really does anything.
Who treats it like a joke.
Oh,
that is it!
Wait! My fault! I accidentally tweaked his facial nerve. And may have also stopped his heart.
So, it's weird. And you also got Jackie Chan. If you're gonna make a kung fu movie, you gotta have Jackie Chan in it. I love him. Which makes sense because he was also in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as Splinter. I almost called him Ratatouille for some reason, as Splinter. And then you got him as a Monkey in this movie. He voices a lot of animals, apparently. Something that I noticed while rewatching this movie, but also it has been a hot minute since I last rewatched this movie. It's been a very long time. 10 moons have passed. But it has been a while, but the comedy in this movie is hilarious to me. Now, I will admit some comedy felt on the nose to where it was like, well, that seems obvious where they're going. It seems obvious what's going to happen here. But I love dumb humor for some reason. The people I hang out with are dumb. I'm dumb when it comes to humor. And the humor in this movie, it's dumb, but it's also just fun. You could tell it's made for kids, but it's comedy for almost everybody. Like if you were a hard person to laugh and you went to this movie with your family, I can see you chuckling a few times because this movie's hilarious to me. I laughed the entire time I was watching it. Poe, of course, Jack Black, he's hilarious in everything he does. I think Poe and the Furious Five and Shifu. Shifu and Poe throughout this entire movie were really the comedic reliefs because those two have like a lot of bickering going on in this movie, which who were pretty funny. Yeah, I love the comedy in this movie. It's absolute comedy gold. It made me laugh throughout the entire movie, and it just brought like a lot of joy to my heart because it's been a while since I last watched a movie that just made me feel good laughing at a movie to where you don't have to look for all of these raunchy comedy movies like American Pie to make you laugh. You could just put on a nice, fun little animated movie to make you laugh from beginning to end, and this is definitely one of those movies. Yeah, it's also been a while since I last rewatched a movie or watched a movie is how much fun I had watching a movie. Yes, sure, there's a lot of movies out there that I think are entertaining, like this past weekend we got Dune Part 2. I didn't think the movie was fun, I found it more entertaining because that movie's just an entertaining movie. But it's been a while since I last watched a movie to where I just had fun from beginning to end. This is just a movie to where you, they just know that this movie is made for um kung fu fans or like martial arts fans, and also just a movie to bring your kids to and just have fun with it. There's enough there for martial arts fans and just for kids to have fun. That's what I love about this movie is that you can just like if you're ever in a bad mood, you can just put this movie on. You can just have fun from beginning to end. This is just a movie that you can just like watch with your friends and just have a good time. That's why I love this entire trilogy and franchise. Excuse me, is that you can just have fun with it. Just put it on and just have fun. This is not a movie to be taken seriously. Yeah, sure, there's martial arts elements, but this is for more of the younger kids, and I'm one of those few because I'm not a big martial arts fan. I'm not the biggest Japanese fan, which has elements of that. It's weird. I love the Kung Fu Panda movies, and Kill Bill is my favorite movie of all time, but I somehow can't get into other martial arts movies or Japanese anime movies. That's weird. That's a weird thing to think about. Something that really surprised me as I rewatched this movie was the action in this movie. I did not expect the action to be as good as it was because this is an animated movie for kids, but somehow the action in this movie is fun and exciting, like especially the fight scenes with Poe and Tai Lung at the end of the movie. You got the tiger of this movie, I forget her name. It's like Tigress or something like that. Is it Tigress? Or am I just stupid? I might be stupid. And Tigress and the Furious Five fighting off Tai Lung on the bridge. That's a really exciting scene. And to where the scene they're about to announce the new Dragon Warrior, that's a great scene. Like the action and fight scene in this movie really surprised me of how well they're done and like how they actually made this movie for kids to actually have action scenes for other viewers of the movie, which I had fun with. I just think the action sequences in this movie were actually good, and that makes me more curious rewatching the other two because I'm wondering how the action in those movies will be compared to this. But yet again, we shall see. Along with this movie having fun, I also think this movie also has like a lot of fun with the kung fu elements and martial arts elements because you also have like especially at the beginning of the movie where it has fun, kind of like a Japanese type opening where Poe is shown as the Dragon Warrior and him as a Foo Fighter, and with him with the Furious Five at the beginning of the movie where it's like a Japanese type animated intro and all that, to where they're fighting off people in a bar, fighting off a bunch of villains and all that, and then you got points where he's training to be a kung fu fighter and the Dragon Warrior. Like scenes like that, it just has fun with the concept of a panda and animals animated martial arts movie. If you were to take that serious, I don't think this franchise would have been as successful as it was or as popular as it was, if we're being honest. But yeah, this movie just has great fun with the concept. Again, this movie should just be just that's basically how to describe this movie. It's just fun. It's just a lot of fun. Final positives, I do think the visuals in this movie are great. I'll talk about the animation, but the visuals in this movie I think are great, especially for the time that this movie came out, like back 2008, I believe this movie came out. I think that the visuals in this movie are great. They're some of the best visuals I've seen in like an animated movie, like kind of this old, but it's not really that old. It's only like I don't know, 13 years old, whatever. I believe it's actually, is it like 15 years old? Or is it 16? Yeah, this movie's like 16 years old. Damn, I'm 15. Jesus Christ, I'm old. But anyways, the visuals in this movie are great, especially like the animated intro. Once again, like the visuals there are great. I love that. And then like there's scenes where Shifu and Po are training together, and like the background of it, like the visuals there are beautiful. I'm a huge guy for visuals and all that, so this movie does great with that. Especially if you're gonna do like a martial arts kind of kung fu movie, and a lot of them seem to have that, and this is one of those movies to where it just has fun with kung fu and all that. So the visuals in this movie, they still hold up and they're still great. Moving on to my mixed aspects, and this doesn't damage the movie too much. It's just something that it wasn't distracting. It didn't harm my watching of this movie, and that's the animation. Now, let me make this clear. The animation in this movie is not horrible. It's not god awful. Now, let me explain myself. The animation in this movie compared today, it's okay. It's not horrible. It's not bad. I just think it's just okay. It's good animation for its time. The time this movie came out, the animation must have looked great. But when you look at movies like Spider-Man, the Into the Spider-Verse movies, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, and others stuff like that. There's a lot of other animated movies today that look great. But compared to animation today, this movie just seems dull. But the type of animation that it's going for, I do like it. But at the same time, just looking at the animation today, it's fine. All in all, guys, Kung Fu Panda is such a fun movie. This is a movie that I would recommend to the entire family. If you've never seen this movie, I definitely recommend that you at least give it one try. I don't know if this movie will be for everybody. The comedy in this movie might not be for everybody. It is for me. This movie is just heartfelt fun that is carried by its cast and Jack Black. It's just a fun movie. I would recommend this movie to a lot of people. If you've not seen it, please check it out. It's worth your time. It is worth your money, and so I would recommend that you buy this movie. It's such a good movie. What do you guys think about Kung Fu Panda? Have you seen it? What do you think about it? Do you like this movie? Do you, for some reason, not like this movie? Let me know in the comments below, and we will talk about it. If you like this video, like it. If you love it, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you will get notified for my latest videos. And of course, until my next video, I'll see you all next time.